Hi, I'm Rob at the Hayneedle Fulfillment Center. This is a short video on the assembly of the Alpine double-seat glider bench. The estimated time on this assembly is around 45 minutes, and the only tools you will need are these two Allen wrenches, which are provided. Start by opening your box and removing its contents. Locate your instructions. On the front, you'll find a parts and hardware list. Take a brief inventory to make sure we have all the pieces needed for this assembly. Using 4 of our bolts labeled as D and 4 of our nut locks labeled as G, we'll be attaching our 2 tie of base labeled as 3 to our right base labeled as 2. Start by taking your hardware G and inserting 2 into each hole on your tie of base. Once you've done this, lift up your right base support, place your tie on the edge and insert 1 bolt into each of the 2 holes from the outside and tighten into place. Use your Allen wrench to fully tighten. Once you have 2 of your ties fully secured, repeat this step for your left base support on the opposite side. Our next step is to attach 2 of our rotator brackets labeled as A. To do this, we'll be using our washers labeled as B and 2 of our bolts labeled as C. Start by taking a washer and placing 1 on each side of your bracket. Then insert your bolt through, and on the side of your base support, insert through the hole and tighten into place. Use your Allen wrench to fully tighten. Once you have both of your pieces A secured to your base, repeat this step on the opposite side. We'll now be attaching our right side. To do this, we'll be using again 4 of our metal washers labeled as B and 2 of our bolts labeled as C. Start by placing a washer over the bolt and inserting through the rotative bracket. Then on the opposite side, add another washer and insert into the right side. Turn over to the side and tighten into place. Use your Allen wrench to fully tighten. Repeat this step on the next rotative bracket, then on your opposite side using your left side. Using 2 of our bolts labeled D and 2 of our nut locks labeled G, we'll now be attaching the back of our bench labeled as 6. To do this, insert the pegs into the side of the top hole, then take your nut lock and insert up through the hole in the top of your back. Next, insert your bolt through the hole on the outside and tighten into place. We'll repeat this step for the bottom. Use your Allen wrench to fully tighten, then repeat this step on the opposite side. Next, we'll be using our bolts E, our cap nut H, our bolt D, and our lock nut labeled as G to attach the arm of our chair labeled as 8. To do so, start with H and insert into the end of your left arm. Then take your bolt E and insert through the side and tighten into place. Use both of your Allen wrenches to fully tighten. Once you have your hardware fully secure, you can now take your bolt labeled as D and your lock nut G and insert your lock nut into the side and your bolt in through the top. Use your Allen wrenches to fully tighten, and repeat these steps for your right arm on the opposite side. Using 2 of our bolts E and 2 of our cap nuts H, we'll now be attaching the seat of our bench. To do so, start by taking your caps and inserting them into the 2 holes from the inside of your seat. Then align those holes up with the 2 holes on the side and insert your bolts E and tighten into place using your Allen wrench. Repeat this step for your second cap nut and then for both holes on the opposite side. After you tighten your remaining bolts, you'll have your finished gliding bench.